Our story begins here, the Rockies, one of the most breathtaking natural landscapes in all of Canada. Spanning 4,800 kilometers, this mountain range runs from Canada all the way down to the southern US. They're a reminder of how little we really are in this world. But the mountains are only one portion of the Alberta landscape. The hills and valleys of the foothills extend out from the edge of the mountain range, spreading outwards like the roots of a tree. This diverse ecosystem contains an abundance of wildlife, all encased in a green covering of spruce, fir, and pine trees. At the edge of the foothills, the rolling hills begin to calm. There you find the city of Calgary, the city that sprouted up from the banks of the Bow River. The city itself is immersed in natural landscape, though the addition of this very railway in 1891 would spark the creation of Calgary's vernacular landscape. Calgary is quite a unique place. This is due to it being located at a crossover point between two major land features, the foothills and the prairies. It's a running joke that in some places in Alberta, you can watch your dog run away for 3 days. And that might hold true for the east side of Calgary. The patchwork of farmers' fields, cattle ranches, and the grid of backcountry roads all paint the picture of Calgary's vernacular landscape and our agricultural heritage. From the wetlands to the wheat fields, these lands have provided for the people and the environment. Here on the east side of Calgary, Environment Canada was having a problem with the city. The stormwater from all the roads and overpasses were introducing harmful chemicals into the river system as they drained. So they needed a system to clean up the stormwater. Plans of a contaminated water processing plant were in the mix, but the city had a far more clever solution that helped both us and the environment. And they came up with something brilliant. The Ralph Klein Park. This site is home to over 30 hectares of designed wetlands. Now, this site isn't just called Ralph Klein Park. No, it goes by one other name, the Shepherd Wetlands. That's because this site has a dual purpose. Not only do these wetlands create a manicured environment for a broad range of wildlife, they clean the water as it passes through the landscape. Here, both the natural and design landscapes work harmoniously to serve the people and nature. Now, to teach the people about the wetlands, they designed this education center, but it's no ordinary education center. It's LEED Platinum certified, taking every step to ensure sustainability. It was crucial in the design not to add anything back into the natural environment that surrounds it. Rather than building on the site, the structure sits within the site, immersed in the environment. The main structure is supported by a series of concrete pillars, effortlessly floating the building above the waters below. These wetlands have an enormous significance because over the last 100 years, we have lost approximately 90% of our wetlands due to development. Water entering the park is diverted and dispersed into 5 wetland cells. Each cell is designed with several berms to create a longer flow path. This increases the wetland's effectiveness. Now, once the water has made its journey through all the cells, it is released back into the Bow River. And the best part is, it actually works. These wetlands provide a valuable habitat for a diverse range of plants and animals. This site alone plays host to over 46 species of birds. Simon Swaffield, the author of Theories in Landscape Architecture, writes, "Meaning and significance in landscape architecture are determined within fields of potential relationships, which include, but are not limited to, concepts of nature and culture." As stated earlier, this site creates a strong relationship between nature and our culture. We and nature both become beneficiaries of this landscape. The relationship nurtures not only human life, but plant and animal life as well. Swafield goes on to write, a central concern of the discipline is how to configure the modified and constructed ecologies of human settlements and production. As people gather in cities, they grow outwards, consuming land and natural habitats and ecologies. Calgary's expansion alone has decimated 90% of the wetlands to the state. This park and its facility is one answer to that concern. That concern is becoming a common practice in landscape design. As cities expand, the need for sites like this are critical in keeping a sustainable ecological balance. And as you can see, the balance is kept in check by the diligence and determination of the people at this facility. And not only do the people take care of the site, the animals, well, they do their part as well. Like these goats that take care of the weeds and intrusive plants. These four-legged groundskeepers ensure a pest-free landscape without the need for chemical repellents. This site contains so many overlapping elements, like these apple trees upon your exit. They all play a role, solidifying the relationship between nature and mankind. Sites like this ensure sustainability for our present and for our future.